Heads up, viewer discretion is not needed for this video. The following content is free of any sponsorships and/or ad reads. It's recommended that you sit back, relax, and subscribe for future content. Enjoy. People often start these videos by saying, I get this question a lot, or people always ask me. Well, this one's different because, in my case, no one asked. I figured it'd be fun to document everything with my setup, and if it changes in the future, it'll be a fun video to look back on. Starting with the obvious, the green screen. It's a simple pop-up green screen made by Newer, breaks down super easily, doesn't have any creases because of the way it folds up, so you never have to worry about shadows forming from the green screen itself. It is fraying a little bit around the straps, so it could be that in a few months those break, but so far, still getting the job done. And a green screen would be completely useless without a camera to film it. I use the Elgato Facecam Mk. It's 120 bucks, and for that price, honestly, it's not that bad. There's a couple of things I love about this camera. The first being just how small it is, and the second one being how simple it is. I mean, there's no buttons. There's literally no buttons to be had on this thing. I hate having to worry about batteries and charging them, keeping up with them, the whole ordeal, just not my favorite. So the fact that it can just plug and play, love it. With the lack of physical buttons, the settings can be changed in their app. Things like the shutter speed, the ISO, the white balance, and the crop of the shot. One note about the cropping is you will lose some quality since it's digitally punching into the shot and not zooming optically. To clarify what that means, when it's zooming optically, it means the lens is physically moving versus, like I said, the digital punch. This arm really just gets in my way when I talk with my hands a lot, so this just prohibits that and I don't like it. The camera itself goes up to 1080p, 60 frames a second, but doesn't have a microphone. Although most people use an external mic these days, like the blue Snowball. I first bought this microphone about 3 years ago, and at the time it was around 50 bucks. Now it's down to like 32, which is honestly a steal if you ask me. I know there's better options out there, but for me it still comes down to simplicity. I plug it in and it's ready to go. Like, wonder what happens if I do this. Well, that was actually stupid of me to do that because it stopped recording altogether. So yeah, plug and play. I guess that was a prime example right there. I unplugged it and it just stops. And when I plug it in, it just goes. So it works out. You can hear my voice clearly whether I'm talking at a normal level or in some cases when I'm shouting extremely loud. Yes, let's go! Shut up right now. I did not just do that. Let's go, baby! Got him, son! It gets the job done at a good price. Of course, there's a lot more that goes into audio than what I'm talking about right now. I just don't have this extensive knowledge like I do with video. Except I did have to learn a new way of capturing video, gameplay. I capture my gameplay with the Evga XR1 Pro capture card. As I said, I'm still new to this type of thing, so if that's not a good capture card, I'm blissfully unaware and I love it. It's done a great job capturing clean gameplay since it records up to 4K video and has 4K pass-through. I'll be honest, I had to look up what pass-through meant. That could be deemed as like gaming knowledge 101. I just didn't know. I had no idea. And right now I'm actually kind of blanking on what that even meant. What did that mean? Pass-through. What did that mean? Oh, there's just a lossless kind of quality when you plug it into the TV. So it's not gonna mess with the TV quality. Yes. Yeah, so I mean, if you're using this capture card, it's not gonna ruin the resolution of your gameplay. What I'm about to mention is also gonna make me look like a noob, and please don't roast me in the comments. I'm begging. I record on OBS with my...
What? I can't hear you.
MacBook.
I can't, what?
My MacBook Pro, okay? I recorded all on my MacBook Pro. Give me a break. Jokes aside, I'm not really that ashamed of it because I can still record solid gameplay, and right now, to me, that's what counts. I don't have a need for this overpowered supercomputer. Would it be nice? I guess, but I already have everything I need to make videos, so I'm content. I'm content with the content. No, I gotta stop. We gotta move on. That was bad. Something I might need to upgrade soon, though, is my Xbox One. Let me give you a quick history lesson as to why I still have an Xbox One. Welcome in, take your seats. This is muh-da-burr History 101. I'm gonna move quick, try to keep up, because I'm not stopping for anybody. Here we go. 2007, no Xbox. Mom doesn't want one in the house, afraid it'll affect our grades and overall behavior. Fair enough. 2008, we get a Wii. Still no Xbox. My brother and I, devastated, but we move on because we're grateful children. 2012, I go to my friend's house. We play Xbox together, preferably Halo Reach. We have a good time. Duck Hunt, if you know, you know. 2020, I move out and live a life, just an average guy with a normal sleep schedule because still no console. 2021, my friend sends me his old Xbox One so we could finally, after all these years, get online together. To summarize, my Xbox has been around for a little while. Still plays great, just maybe not as responsive as some of the newer ones are. Although it does help having an Elite controller to offset some of that input lag. I have to once again shout out my boy, Ethan, because he actually gifted me this controller. And that's just his thing. He loves to give, especially to the people he cares about. So shout out to the homie. This controller is insanely nice. Pricey, but insanely nice. The texture wrapping around to the front hits right. You can change out the sticks, change the trigger sensitivity, and it even includes bumpers on the back, which are extremely helpful when you play Halo Infinite. The melees have gotten stupid quick. I really don't know that they could get any faster. And what's a good controller without a quality headset? Not a good time. I can speak from personal experience. It's not a good time. Let me just show you how I started out. One headphone. It has one headphone. Do you see this? I flipped it the wrong way. Look at this. This is how they take your order in a fast food drive-thru, right? Like, I'm at the window. What to drink?
I want a large Mountain Dew.
And your drink?
This is how I would play Xbox for months. And the thing is, I wanted to make sure before investing in a proper headset that I was gonna actually stick with the video game thing. It was all completely new to me still at the time, and I just didn't wanna just fork over, even if it was $100, I wasn't ready to do that yet. So I was just waiting. I was trying to be financially responsible, okay? However, in a complete plot twist, my friend from earlier, Ethan, yeah, he beat me to it and bought me the Stealth Turtle Beach, I forget the name of it, but he bought me a really nice headset, which hurts to admit publicly, I gotta admit, only because I like to earn and do things myself. I'm a prideful individual, which I'm sure some of you could relate to trying to earn everything on your own. It makes sense, right? But this was an instance where I had to sit back and appreciate what he did. He wanted me to experience gaming with the boys so badly. He went as far as to send me his old Xbox, hooked me up with a headset, and eventually with an Elite controller. He did go above and beyond, but I'm thankful because what he did was not just give me a bunch of nice things. He brought the boys back in a way that we had not connected in years. There was no other way that was gonna happen because we live in different states and we had for at that point, we had lived in different states for 10 years at that point, something like that. I don't know, maybe closer to 7. It was an extremely nice gesture. And of course, could I eventually pay him back? Sure, but that would completely diminish what he did as a friend. So ultimately, I didn't want to be dishonest about where the stuff came from. I could have lied about it and said oh yeah, I bought this on myself. But that's dumb. That's extremely stupid to lie about it. And that would be completely disrespectful to what Ethan did. So Ethan, if you're watching, shout out. You're a real one, my guy. You're a real one. Last but certainly not least, I do have a couple of Nintendo consoles that I care for dearly. The Wii U and the Switch OLED. The only reason I have a Wii U is because the OG Wii console that me and my brother had growing up, it's broken. It broke. And the only way to keep playing the old games was to get the Wii U. So I primarily use it to play the old stuff. The only Wii U specific game that I love is Nintendo Land. And if you know, you know. But if you don't, Battle Brothers Episode 1, check it out. That's a wrap on how I make these YouTube videos. If you, same as my friend Ethan, feel so inclined to gift me something, I wouldn't say no to a like or subscribe. It would be very thoughtful, and I'd appreciate it. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one. Got him, son.